that there's no time frame on that. So it includes people who are in this country who came in under Donald Trump. So he's really speaking out of two sides of his mouth here. Well, he is.
Jessica, they're flying them in.
No,
they're flying them in,
Jesse,
and they're putting them through ports of entry.
That's-
She wants the border like this. That means she doesn't want a secure border. Jessica,
vote.
when you
And
get
all
in this
not.
thing, you get voting.
Guys, we got to follow a video too, that other video I posted about Kamala Harris' disastrous border visit, okay? The probably arguably stupidest thing that the campaign has done. They've made some horrendous decisions, okay? You got Tampon Tim. You got Kamala Harris, probably the number one worst decision is to prop her up and try to make her the candidate. This lady lying about being black. She's probably lying about all her credentials. Like, this lady lying about being raised in America. I mean, everything about her is fraudulent. Fracking, the border, this lady just lies. All she does is lie. And they think that's enough to win them the presidency. So she's been getting cooked, rightfully so, about this whole border situation because this dummy fool decided to show up at the last damn minute, less than 40 days before the election. She decides it's time to visit the border one time so she could try to pretend as though she's doing good at the border so she could make TV commercials, advertisements, glorified photo ops. And she's been called out because there was just new information released that demonstrates that there is thousands upon thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of criminals, hundreds of thousands of criminals convicted, and some pending charges, but convicted, over 400,000 criminals, illegal aliens, confirmed criminals, okay, within the nation that have been sent here over this administration, and 13,000 murderers, 12,000 rapists. These numbers are staggering. Woke behind Jessica Tarlov tries to find a way to defend this. She tries to spin and contort and gaslight and obfuscate her way through criticism of Harris yet again. This person is dishonest as hell. A paid propagandist. I wonder, she works for Fox. I don't know if it's part-time, full-time. I'm like, this lady like paid to lie? Like, do they just have it like, hey, go on the show, be a contrarian, do it no matter what? Is that what they pay her to do? I don't know, because it just can't be genuine, right? But she goes on other places and she does the same thing. She's a guest on other shows and she does the same thing. So I'm like, this lady actually tried to defend the indefensible? Because at this point, it's almost not believable. Let's get into what the Five has to say about this. Mainly, I want to react to what Jessica's goofy butt has to say.
Several Democrats saying, actually, crime's down. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. But people are seeing this like every day. And then these numbers are really eye-popping. And the ones that we don't know about, and which is how all of these things add up to the point that you get to almost 68% of people saying that they agree with Donald Trump about mass deportations.
Yeah, I mean, crime is something that no matter what the stats say, it's a feeling, and that people feel demonstrably unsafe. And
what?
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't think you can refute that. I think that you have to meet people where they are about it and not just message to them what you want to. But these numbers are astronomical. It's deeply concerning. But it also isn't a Biden-Harris problem. The issue with the ICE chart is that there's no time frame on that. So it includes people who are in this country who came in under Donald Trump as well. And Donald Trump told us he had the most secure border in American history. But 2.5 million people came into this country under Donald Trump, and he deported far less than Barack Obama did, actually, in a 4-year.
What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? Jessica was going to make excuses. We know that there's been at least over 10 million, probably double that. Most estimates predict double that. 20 million illegal immigrants that came into the country. Under Donald Trump, his whole 4 years, you got roughly 2 million. That's 1/10 of 20 million. And you're trying to say that, well, we don't know where the majority of these people come from. Like, it's just math, Jessica. It's math.
Period. So You want to talk about it as a problem, it is absolutely a problem, but you can't lay this at the feet of one administration when the other administration had an insecure border policy itself. And
What? Get the hell out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Okay.
Get out!
think
What the fuck? He was building a border wall, you dumb bitch.
that if you look at July of 2020,
Catch and release. They had remain in Mexico. The border wall. 28,000 Mexican soldiers. Like, guys, they suspended deportations. The Biden administration.
There are going to be no deportations in the first 100 days of my campaign.
Let me get that right. You are going to freeze deportations?
Freeze deportations for the first 100 days.
Down with deportation, up with education, down with deportation, up with education, down with deportation, up with education, down with deportation.
It is wrong to somehow suggest that an undocumented immigrant is a criminal. Being an undocumented immigrant is not a crime.
I know what a crime looks like. An undocumented immigrant is not a criminal.
Is Jessica kidding?
so that's the last month that we have the count for. They actually had 20,000 less border crossings than the last month of Donald Trump's administration. So he's really speaking out of two sides of his mouth here. 2.5 million people that got. Well, he is.
Jessica, they're flying them in.
No,
they're flying them in,
Jesse,
and they're putting them
the
through ports of
numbers
entry,
do
and
not
they don't
back up.
count those.
Tell me,
Oh my God.
They don't count them.
would you prefer if that chart could say 14,000 rapists, and I know that they all got in here under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? You can't, because the numbers are not specific to which administration. They could have come in under Barack Obama.
Do you think they all came in under Donald
No,
Trump?
of course I don't. But I'm saying,
I'm
saying that it
Here's
is
the bottom line.
unfair to say that it is only a problem.
If they reduce the numbers in June of 24, they can't now complain that we don't have a border bill. You can't have it both ways. On the one hand, they're saying they're capable of reducing the numbers, as they
And we
did
could go
in June,
even further.
but they will not. Do, when on day one?
Jesse,
when
go
you
ahead.
got the
After 14
bipartisan
million?
border bill.
I assumed when someone came across our border and they were caught and they ran their info and it came back as a convicted murderer, they were immediately arrested, detained, and deported.
Nope.
I didn't know we were catching and releasing killers into the United States. So they have caught and released 13,000 murderers into the United States and lost track of them.
Yep.
And then they've caught and released 20,000 rapists into the United States and lost track of them. That's an impeachable offense. The fact that they impeached Trump over a phone call, and these people are letting in rapists and murderers into the country because they don't care, that's high crimes and misdemeanors.
Is that true for Trump as well, if any of them got in under him?
That's not his policy. Catch and release was not his policy.
He's in
It's
charge.
their policy.
my
But
God.
that's your policy. You guys didn't end it, and this little ruse of the border bill that they wanted to pass was designed to fail so they could blame Trump and have a political talking
said
point.
kill
they
the bill.
didn't have any deportations.
He said kill the
they
bill.
didn't end catch
That's
and
not-
release, and they didn't secure the border. I read the bill. You didn't. That's why people didn't vote for it, Jessica. They are flying people into the country. Still to this day, she has not deported any person whatsoever. And she probably considers this a success. Because if you think about it, she's let in 10 million illegal aliens.
12.
Hasn't even deported anybody.
Yesterday it was 20 million. So.
Hasn't even deported anybody, Jessica. And now she says she wants to give them amnesty. Now, when they get amnesty, they can vote. And she's not deporting anybody, and she wants to give them amnesty. That means she wants the border like this. That means she doesn't want a secure border.
Non-citizens cannot
Jessica,
vote.
when you
Amnesty
get
or not.
amnesty,
that
you
is
get
not
voting
true.
rights.
That is
That's
not
not-
true. They're literally taking their names off of the voting rolls, these people who are illegal. Are you kidding?
It's a complete conspiracy theory
Oh,
that is
no.
what's going
Jessica, I
on.
also
Yes.
did
like
math.
14,000.
You did math.
I did
Let's
math.
talk about
Jesse
the sex
Waters does
offenders.
math.
Janine, let me just tell you something about my math skills. I think I did this right. No calculator. If they have 10 million illegals that they confronted crossing the border, and 500,000 of them are criminals, that's 5% of the people that she let in are criminals. 5% are criminals. And they said that these people were honest workers.
Oh, yeah.
They said they had a lower rate of offense. Now, do you think 5% of Americans are criminals? No. No, they're not. So that means the illegal aliens that are coming in have more of a predisposition to crime than the American citizen.
Do you think only bad hombres
when
came
you
under
talk
Trump
about sex
under
offenders,
Biden?
I just debunked
sex
like
offenders
No, you didn't.
are recidivists.
I
They
know.
will commit the crime again.
And against
Rest
women.
assured.
Greg, last word.
I just, one way to figure out when this happened is find out were there any correlating activities in other countries. For example, the recent emptying out of prisons in other countries, that didn't happen under Trump, nor did the dramatic drop in crime in places like Venezuela. It didn't happen under Trump, it happened under Biden. So you could look that would tell you that this is a recent phenomenon.
And the collapse of Haiti in the last 2 years.
Yeah, Jessica don't want to talk about that, huh? You just, it might have been under Trump. Like, girl, these people. Like, my brain is... It's like, Jessica, the propaganda, the Trump derangement is killing me. Your candidate is bad. Kamala sucks. She sucks. I'm so tired of this lady. God, Jessica, I don't know whose words, Tarlov or Kamala. This is crazy. Like, this lady's so disingenuous. Oh my God. She's so bad. They belong together. This lady belongs, Jessica Tarlov belongs like on The View. You know, she belongs on MSDNC. She's got it. This has got to be like a prolonged interview for a role on MSDNC. It has to be. How the hell did she wind up on Fox? Where is these? Like, is she like the Scott Jennings of Fox? No, Scott Jennings actually makes sense. Jessica Tarlov makes excuses. Totally ridiculous, guys. Wow. Let me know what you guys think. You think that these people were coming in under Trump's watch and that Trump wasn't secure on the border? Trump's border was weak? Man, what an idiot. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. Both hands today. I'm out.
Now, these bastards were more offended by stories of cats being eaten than real stories. Real stories reported here of actual rape and murder. The media doesn't want you to know this information. They don't want it to reach you. They would rather you die or be raped than Trump be right or find out the truth.